this is a Hail Mary play by the prosecution, because the truth is Johnny Depp is not going to win this thing, just like he did not win his case against the Sun in the UK.
Are you serious?
This is a very common tactic of domestic violence perpetrators to continue to abuse and threaten their victims with defamation lawsuits. And she counter-sued him, and I think that was also a really good move on her part. You know, when you're talking about a defamation lawsuit, it doesn't matter who started it.
Are you serious?
It doesn't matter if she yelled a lot. Did it happen? Truth will always prevail.
You're goddamn right.
You are watching a master at work.
I don't wanna brag, but I ball like. I don't wanna brag, but I ball like. New G's and they off white, alright. I don't wanna brag, but I ball like.
Yeah, woke up on the wrong side. Bitch tryna marry me, I'm the wrong guy.
Oh, man. Well, today was, a lot eventful. Let's just say that. I mean, there was moments of nothing, but then there were some, like, moments where you're like, oh, wow, did that just happen? So, before I get into the summary of today's trial, the best summarization that I can give you, if you spotted me, congratulations. If you spotted me, you know, in someone else's video or news feed, congratulations. Like, I'm here. I can't wear this mask or they will arrest me. So, look, it's a sacrifice for me. I mean, there's no other way around it. So, I just want to say I don't care if you know what I look like. I just don't. I'm not gonna, like, you know, promote that on my channel. But if you happen to see me, then whoa, I'm a human being. Wah! And I actually blink. Anyways, let's get into it. So, it started off with Kate James. Now, Kate James was the personal assistant of Amber Heard from 2012 to 2015. And she was hired by Amber Heard in 2012. Kate has not spoken to Amber since 2016, so in the last 5 years. So she said she was asked the question, so what were your job titles? And she literally was like, I got too many job titles to even, do you want me to tell you all of my job titles? And she's just going down the list, like everything. Like everything that a human being should be able to do by themselves, for themselves, this person was doing. For shit wages, mind you. So on the notion of shit wages, she was paid poorly at $25 an hour. That was it when she was part-time. But part-time was still like almost every single day. And she had a kid, you know, and a mortgage. And then Amber's like, do you want to come on as like full-times and stuff? Like, I'll give you like $50,000 a year if you want to come to full-times. And that's literally half of what she's usually paid. So she only said yes because she was in a situation where she needed the money. It was like a must-have kind of, you just gotta take the shitty wages. But Amber had the nerve to only pay someone $50,000 to literally do everything for her in life. That sounds like a very low amount of money. She should, like, for what Kate James was put through, she should have been paid $500,000 a year. $50,000, that's an insult. So she did see Depp regularly because she was always with Amber, and, you know, she was asked all the questions, like, did you ever witness anything, like any violence? She's like, no violence. I never heard them have any arguments. Then she went on to saying, like, you know, I was playing the role of the caregiver. Like, I was literally her caregiver. I was just taking care of her every little need. Like, I was just, like, at her beck and call. Whatever she wanted, Amber, Kate had to do. Like, right then and there. And there was one time, right after she was apparently abused by Johnny, she was like, she called Kate James, like, oh my god, it's like, I'm just like, it's like the world's ending. God, like, Johnny's such an asshole. He's such an asshole. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't go to my apartment in West Hollywood and get my bathing suit. Like, I'm gonna kill myself. Just go do it, please. Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. So Kate, like, goes and gets her bathing suit, comes and gives it to her because she thought she was having, like, a truly, like crisis. But then she gets there, and to wherever this place is, and she sees her at the pool with all of her friends, and they're drinking and smoking and just chilling and laughing, and everything's fine, and she seems fine, but she says she was in distraught. And not only that, Kate James had to wait for Amber all day while she's getting fucked up with her friends, having a grand old time. Kate James testified that Amber Heard looked happy that day, and she didn't experience anything dramatic, that nothing happened. She was just begging for attention, essentially. But she was not paid any overtime on that Sunday where she had to wait all day for her. She didn't pay her any overtime. So it's like Amber makes this person do whatever she wants and doesn't even compensate her for it. I mean, it's kind of, Kate's fault for sticking around, but at the same time, she was in a tight spot and she needed the work. So I'm not going to have that conversation right now. That's not the point. But then she continued to say that everything was on Johnny Depp's tab, usually, and that Amber was always complaining or crying about her insecurities on the relationship, and she'd always be in public in the streets I can't believe Johnny, and she'd be loud on the phone, making phone calls, just crying about how insecure she is, because Johnny just can't leave me. If Johnny leaves me, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him in the face, and he's gonna love me for it. He'll never leave me. I gotta hit him pretty hard though, right? The harder that I hit, the more it says I love you more, right? The softer the hit, it's I don't love you. But if I hit him hard, it's I love you. You know what I'm saying? And Kate was with them, Johnny and Amber, every single day, almost every day at one point, and she never once saw them get violent. Not once. She may have heard them bicker, but she never saw them get violent. Neither one of them. So it's not only did she not see them ever get violent or physical with each other, she never saw any aftermath. She never cleaned up any mess. There was never anything broken or anything damaged. She never saw anything out of order or in disarray, there was a fight or a domestic disturbance. Honestly, Kate James kind of reminds me of Lisa Vanderpump for some weird reason. I don't know why. So Kate James claims that Amber fired her because she said that she had to take care of her mom because she was sick, and she had to take care of the medical bills and couldn't afford to do both. So that was her reason for letting her go. She didn't give her any notice. It was just bye. Sorry. Here's 6 weeks severance. Allegedly 6 weeks severance. She allegedly gave the money to the ACLU. But she refused to let Kate on Depp's payroll. So basically, she was I can't afford you, and she's well, could you just put me on Depp's payroll? And she was no, can't do that. No. Naughty. No. Kate, get the fuck out. But she wasn't actually fired in person. She was terminated over an email. Yeah, that's how she was fired. So that shows you how much class Amber has for people that are essentially her slaves. Dude, Amber is totally that white woman on the plantation 200 years ago that owned slaves. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. Just speculating. She seems to be okay with slave labor because she treats people like slaves that work for her. That's what I've come to gather. What else happened? Yeah, I think that's about it. So then Vasquez, I don't know how to say her last name. So she came in and asked questions about Kate, kind of the same things that Amber's team questioned Kate. It's just it was almost like a cross-examination. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I'm not a legal scholar. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know shit about the law, so just forgive me. But she was so what do you do? And she's I basically work for high-profile celebrities. And Amber blindsided me when she fired me. And I had to do everything for her. So I don't know who's going to do it for her now because I'm not there. But she had to do dry cleaning, get the mail, speak with agents, restaurants, hotels, make reservations, deal with the dogs. She had to deal with fucking the press. She didn't want Depp to see these fucking magazines or whatever that she got of herself, I think. Of Amber got a magazine. I don't know. And she moved them around, and Amber freaked out because she didn't want Johnny Depp to see that she had these magazines hiding in some place, and she basically went just straight blind rage just ballistic, like just batshit on Kate, and it just like scared her and it traumatized her. So she obviously lost her shit over something very trivial, and it just shows you that it doesn't matter if it's the person she's married to or the person which 100 years ago we'd call a slave. You get it. She's the same. She's just as bad. She's bad to she's just bad. Bad. Vasquez also asked Kate if she ever saw Amber being undressed or naked, in the apartment or in fittings. And she was like, yeah, I saw her all the time naked in fittings and in the apartment. She was like, Amber had no problem walking naked. She just walked naked all over the place. Because of course Amber would, because she's just a... Anyway, so she did see Amber applying makeup multiple times, but she never saw any injuries, cuts, bruises, abrasions, swelling, redness in the face, black eyes, broken nose, missing clumps of hair, none of that. She never saw any of that. And she was, like, with her every day, like, up close. She's just always crying about her insecurities and her emotions when she's not with Depp. Like, whenever Depp's not with her, she feels like Depp's gonna just leave her, or like, because that would be the worst thing ever. Depp's, he's in Australia and he's fucking some bitches and hoes with DiCaprio on some island. I don't know. That's definitely abandonment problems. Amber has some serious, well, that's one of her problems, one of many, but that's one of them. She also did not like hanging out with any of Johnny Depp's friends. She called them just a bunch of boring old men playing the guitar. Like, dude, watching people jam, watching somebody take an instrument and making that baby come to life, that's fucking magic. Especially if you're good at it. Not if you're like a beginner. Like, if you're good. Johnny's good. How would you... Man, I could just sit back for hours, probably days, and just watch him jam out and play the guitar. Rock and roll, baby. Like, dude, come on, man. Johnny Depp is a real rock star. He's not just like an actor. He's a fucking rock star. I know, I'm just doing, I'm talking a dick. Yeah, fuck you. So what else happened? She said, Depp was always very peaceful. He was very shy, quiet, a total gentleman to himself, very passive. He never saw Depp be rude to anybody. He was always polite, like always. Every interaction was always a polite interaction. She said that Depp interacted with her son. He taught her son how to play the guitar. He picked him up from vacations. This one time he went to his house dressed up. It was when he was doing Black Mass, and he was in the Whitey Bulger makeup and costume. And he goes over to her son, is like, "Do you know who I am?" Like, just to scare him. And like, he just had a great time. Like, it was like, that's the kind of person he is. Like, whether he's Jack Sparrow going to the hospital, or he's just a fucking good guy, man. Like, that doesn't sound like somebody. Like, you know what, Amber? Maybe if you would have just stopped being such a fucking pretentious, stuck-up, self-righteous, selfish bitch, I'll just say it. You should have maybe got some guitar lessons from Johnny Depp. That would have been like a no-brainer. But I don't care if you're a girl. Girls play guitars. That's not just a dude thing. I mean, dudes look way better doing it, but girls do it, and they're good. You could have learned. You could have been like a bonding thing where he teaches you how to do something, like an instrument. That could have been like therapeutic and help build trust and patience and communication skills. Like, that's what you should have done. That's what you should have done. Fuck! Johnny should have taught you how to play the guitar, and you should have wanted to learn. And that would have been, I don't know. Maybe you're just too far gone. Never mind. We're better off. We're better off without you. So what else happened? She never saw Depp and fucking Amber ever get aggressive or even show signs of aggression or physical violence. She never saw, like I said, any property damage at any of the residences that they owned. Like, she never saw any damage at any of these homes. Never saw Amber getting aggressive physically either. So it's not just Johnny. She didn't see either one of them doing it. However, Kate said that Amber was always verbally abusive towards her. like always, like berating her and barraging her at 4 a.m., calling her, texting her, like, I need you to just do something or whatever. Just being verbally abusive. She saw her being verbally abusive, like with her sister. She said that she treated her sister like a dog that you kick to the curb. Just like, damn. This is the big one. Kate James spoke to Amber Heard's mother, and Amber Heard's mother, before she died, personally told Kate, and she testified under oath, okay, so I believe her, that her mother said that she was terrified of Amber. What does that say? What does that say about Amber's character? If her own mother was terrified of her. I mean, we only have Kate James's word, but I believe her. Sometimes you choose to believe people, sometimes you choose to not. I'm choosing to believe that this happened, that Amber's mom was terrified of her because she knew Amber had this demon inside of her. Well, maybe, no. Well, she is the demon, she's the spawn of Satan. Yeah. Her mom was afraid of her because she knew that she gave birth to the Antichrist. That makes a lot of sense now. I should obviously, yeah. Who wouldn't be terrified of the Antichrist? Well, I was 10 feet from her today. It's pretty exhilarating, to be honest. Once again, she looked me dead in the eyes. Okay, so Kate also said that Amber was spitting in her face and getting all angry when she asked for a raise. When Kate asked her for a raise, like, Amber, more please, more. She just got ballistic and was like spitting in her face just because she asked for a raise. I mean, doesn't Amber have like a handler that should be dealing with those kind of negotiations so she doesn't have to deal with the barn witch? I don't know. That's just, God, yeah, Amber's the worst. When Amber spit in her face when she asked for a raise was also witnessed by a handyman. So he may testify, I don't know, but he witnessed that that happened. Kate then went on to say that she always witnessed Amber drinking alcohol, red wine specifically. She'd often be like intoxicated, like drunk. She picked up her prescription drugs all the time, Accutane and Provisional. She observed like the side effects of these prescription drugs that she was taking constantly. She noticed a difference in her behavior, manic episodes, like super hyper, kind of like almost symptoms of someone who's like on amphetamines or like a lot of Adderall, like me. Just joking, I don't do drugs. That's the whole. I probably should though. So she frequently watched her ingest illegal drugs like mushrooms, even though I don't have a problem with that kind of stuff. Ecstasy, cocaine, like all the time. She was always kind of disoriented, always partying with her friends. She treated Kate basically like shit when she was fucked up. And she was always fucked up, so she just always treated Kate like shit because she's always fucked up. Okay, so next on the list was the clinical psychologist, I think, the psychiatrist, Dr. Laurel Anderson. This was a kind of a weak witness, if you ask me. She didn't really know a whole lot. She wasn't the best kind of, I don't know. But she does psychotherapy for couples. She does like evaluations of their problems and then conceptualization of what's actually going on when she hears the problems and then tries to find a way to better help them with what so they basically, couples tell her what's going on and then she's like, actually, this is what's going on. And then she tries to like set them up with like a plan to make their relationship work. But she kept a ledger for tracking all of her patients. She called Johnny Depp and Amber Heard by the names of Anne Henry, which is Heard, and Joey Davis, which is Johnny Depp. They had 3.5-hour sessions usually. One of those sessions, Johnny Depp walked out just frustrated beyond all belief. But, they had a total of 4 couple sessions. Amber had like 2 in person or 3 in person. Johnny had like 2 in person. They each had a couple separate on the phone appointments. And Amber originally wanted a consultation first by herself, so she wanted to meet the clinical psychiatrist before coming with Depp. So this was like her doing, basically. She says that Depp had difficulties in their sessions and that Amber basically always had this jackhammer style of speaking. Like she was always overwhelming and like hyper and just like she had this rapid fire style of conversation where she never let Johnny speak. And I think it was pretty clear to Laurel that Amber is the one with the problems. So Amber did show the psychiatrist photos of the bruises that, the whole world saw. And then she went in person and she claimed that Johnny was violent. For some reason, Laura believes that it's mutual abuse. I don't understand that, but that's her opinion. She thinks that the abuse is mutual. She apparently went in person, and Dr. Laura Anderson saw the bruises, but she says that they weren't really like bruises. You know what I'm saying? It was never actually black and blue. It was or like purple or yellow or green. You know how a black eye turns colors. She said it was just darkened. That's it. Like she took a Sharpie and just rubbed it on her cheek. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like. But she didn't say that. She said she saw 2 bruisings on her face. But very easily could have been makeup, if you ask me. So the psychiatrist went on to say that Amber would start the fights to keep Johnny around. She'd rather be in a fight with him than have him leave. Meaning, like, she'd rather start a fight just to keep him around. So that way they could have some kind of conversation or interaction. Like, that's how desperate she was. It's really sad. It's pathetic. It's psychotic. Like, if you love someone, why would you want to start a fight with them just to keep them from walking out the door? Like, that's insane. Like, sometimes people need a breather. They need to take a walk around the block and cool off. Like, what's wrong with you? I said earlier she has abandonment issues. The psychiatrist agrees with me. She said that she clearly has abandonment issues. She said that Amber clearly said, in quotes, "Yes, I would strike him to keep him around. I would strike him." So Amber admitted that she was striking him. That sounds like worse than a hit or a punch or a slap. Like strike. KO. And then she would she came crying to the psychiatrist saying, "Oh my God, like Johnny Depp, like he said that like I'm a whore and that he's falling out of love with me and that like he's like, I'm just making you famous, Amber." Like she never claimed abuse. She never claimed Johnny was violent or that Johnny hit her when they were together in a couple sessions. She only admitted these things when she was not with him in the session, when she was alone. Why wouldn't you talk about that when you're in a session? That's like, sounds like something you should probably talk about. So that's kind of sketchy, if you just ask me. By the way, this is going to be a long video because there's going to be no more JD news until Monday. So I'm just kind of going through all this. She said that Amber Heard didn't deny hitting Johnny Depp. In fact, she frequently spoke of hitting him. Amber Heard also always talked constantly, like I said, over Depp in every session. But she noted it's like in every session she spoke over Depp, and she said that she finally got through to Amber, and Amber was like, "Oh yeah, I get it now. I shouldn't talk over people." She says that Amber's dad hit her, so she reacted to Johnny Depp with violence over her pride. Like she would hit Johnny first because she's sensitive to feeling disrespected apparently, and her pride needed to be the dominant emotion. So she would hit him. If she felt disrespected, she'd hit him. So she's basically like a fucking Will Smith. "Oh, you felt disrespected, Will Smith? So you're gonna go on stage and slap somebody? Oh." Same thing. Oh yes, this was a good one. This is actually a terrible one. Never mind. But she said that Amber initiated the slapping of Johnny Depp. So she slapped Johnny Depp. She started the fight with Johnny Depp the day his mom went into the ICU. Like, what a... You say you love him? She also claimed that, Amber always had an entourage, which was Io Tillett, Raquel Pennington, or Rocky. She also said that she had people that were paid people to be around her. I don't know what that means, but she said it, so... And she said that Depp always tried to de-escalate any kind of fight, any kind of argument. If it ever got too much, he tried to just leave, and she would, hit him to keep him fighting, because she's a drama whore. She's just, when someone doesn't give you the attention you think you deserve, you do whatever you can to get attention, even if it means the most maniacal, twisted, sociopathic ways. Okay, now we need to talk about Gina Duertes. Her name's Gina. Was it Gina? Pretty sure it's Gina. She said Gina? Yes, this is Gina. Okay, so Gina met Johnny Depp on the set of The Rum Diary. She said that she, saw him smoking weed, drinking alcohol, doing some cocaine. She also said that she did all those things with him, which when she said that, I was like, damn, she's lucky. I would kill to smoke a joint with Johnny Depp. That'd be so dope. Dude, that's sick. Anyway, I was kind of jealous. But she said it wasn't like a regular thing. Like she didn't see him doing drugs all the time because he's a very private man, as you know. Even in his private life, he's private, which is commendable. But she said that he holds his liquor very well. He's usually more jovial, you know, when he's on substances, but she's never seen him black out or be violent. He rarely drinks in excess. She's never seen him violent or angry in front of Amber or anybody. She says that Amber ignored the hell out of her when she first met Gina because she was probably threatened, even though Gina was married to one of Johnny Depp's friends. So it's like, psycho, shut up, Amber. She also claimed that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's wedding was prominently an Amber event. Let me quote that. Seriously, an Amber event. Johnny Depp's wedding was an Amber event. She claims that she said that Amber Heard provided her with MDMA for the first time. So she did drugs with Amber. Amber supplied drugs. Now, yeah, we've all done drugs. We've all partied. Maybe not everybody, but I've done MDMA. But, you know, I'm not on trial. So none of this matters, though. None of this matters. You know why? Because she was excused from court. She was ejected from the courtroom because, well, rumor has it somebody by the name of Eve Barlow was on her phone. She was on her phone texting, tweeting. I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but she was on her phone hard. And there were people in the front row that were on their laptops. I was right behind them, and I could see they're not supposed to be using their laptops. They got called out for it eventually. But I think that Eve was looking for dirt on Gina. And then they asked the question, have you seen anything about this trial? And she's like, yes. Then she's like, have you watched anything from this trial? Like, have you watched any testimonies or any witnesses? She was like, I've just seen some little clips. And then they excused her, and then they struck her testimony from the record. Struck it from the record, just like that. Now, a couple things. Well, she probably shouldn't have watched anything. I mean, she probably should have known better. Especially knowing that she's going to go up and testify. But they also deposed her like 6 months ago. So she already gave this. This is already all written down. And if anything changed, they would have found out about it. You know, they would have caught her lying because she already. You know, so it doesn't really matter. And of course, she's already going to have an opinion. She's already going to be in Johnny's camp because, well, she's friends with him and she's been with him for fucking years, a decade. So of course she's already going to have a biased opinion towards him. So what does it fucking matter if she watched a couple testimonies? Her opinion isn't going to change. It's not going to change her testimony. So I don't totally get it. But I believe Eve Barlow was dismissed once, twice. I don't know, man. And then we had some Johnny Depp supporters who were kicked out of the fucking court. One of them being one of my subscribers, one of my friends. I like to call her a friend. And she was actually in the first video. She's in the thumbnail that I posted for day one. And she was removed, along with another individual, from court because of something that she posted on Twitter. She was removed from Twitter. Not Twitter, sorry. She was removed from the courtroom and then doxxed on news sites. Yes, she was doxxed for having the wrong opinion, for being a Johnny supporter. So now, you know, in my opinion, this is Amber's camp coming after Johnny Depp supporters, because, you know, dude, we got the First Amendment, man. We have a right to freedom of speech. We have the right to an opinion in a public square like Twitter. We have the right to voice our opinion. And now it's the wrong opinion. You're gonna literally kick people out of the court because they disagree. Dude, these are spectators. This is the spectator sport. They're not the jury. They're not part of the jury. So they're allowed to, like, be on social media. We're all allowed to be on social media if we're spectating. Dude, this is just stupid. But I guess it just goes to show you the world we live in, man. Censorship rules all. Beware. Bend the knee and suck the dick or else. It's scary, man. This is creepy, and it's getting worse by the day. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is, like, if we don't have the right to voice our opinions in this world, then the world is already over. Dude, we're going down the wrong path very, 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 very fast. Like slippery meat motherfucking slope. We are about to hit rock bottom. People aren't going to put up with this shit anymore, man. You can't just dox people that are in a courtroom spectating, watching, our judicial process unfold just because they have an opinion on social media. That's insane. You're a news organization. You can't put their name and their Twitter and their tweets on the fucking it. That's crazy, man. These are just, I mean, and it's not only that they were doxxed, it's that they were removed from the court. Like, oh, it makes me so mad. It's like when YouTube removed my monetization. Oh, God. Anyway, so let's go ahead and read one of these articles from one of these sites, and let's see what they have to say about these Johnny Depp super supporters, these super stans. Let's see how bad these tweets really were, shall we? All right, so we're over here at the New York Post. They say Johnny Depp fans are booted from court for alleged violent threats against Amber Heard. That's right. These are people who are triggered and offended and super scared because words are violence. Look, we're going to read this. Let's just go through it. Over here at Fairfax, Virginia, 2 Johnny Depp super fans who've called Amber Heard a cunt and a liar, which both those statements are factually and provably true, were booted from his defamation trial after authorities discovered they allegedly made violent threats online against the actress. Now, who do you think is going through all the hashtag Amber Heard tweets looking for the trolls? Or people that are voicing their opinion? Excuse me. We're not trolls. We're voicing our rightful opinion. But who do you think is going to, go looking for these things? People in Amber's camp. This is her doing. This is her bidding. This is the game they're playing. They're coming after Johnny Depp fans. They're coming after people who have a difference of opinion. Is that not okay? Are we not allowed to have an opinion? Like, seriously, are we not? But you know what the scariest thing is? The most dystopian part about this is that the authorities discovered they allegedly made violent threats. Wait, so were the authorities digging through people's tweets, and then they just figure out, like, oh, this person is actually sitting in court right now? Because I don't know how you figure that out unless someone snitched on you. Anyway, let's keep reading. A Post reporter witnessed that 2 women looking frazzled when they were approached by court officers in Fairfax, Virginia, who were then booted from the courtroom. The duo, identified by a source as Brooke Walsh and Isabel Orsini, again, they name dropped them, so they got doxxed, and just because they were doxxed, I'm going to make sure I double, triple, quadruple stand up for them. So anyway, the duo were among dozens of supporters to sit in a gallery this week in support of Depp. Orsini was escorted out of the courthouse by at least 4 guards Thursday and was told that she was barred from entering. She said, "I can't wait for the day I kill Amber Heard," Walsh allegedly wrote online, calling her that mermaid cunt, in another post that references her role on Aquaman. Look, I understand how this sounds, and it doesn't sound good, but that's like, it's not a direct threat, and it's obviously not supposed to be taken seriously. And I think that's the problem with the internet these days and snowflakes. They don't understand when something is, well, dark, morbid humor, sarcasm. You say something so fucked up that it's like funny. Like, nobody would shed a tear if Amber Heard died. So that's my point, is that nobody fucking cares. Like, nobody cares that she wrote that. The only person making this a big deal is Amber. Whatever. So she is a mermaid cunt, by the way. Just want to point that out. Guys, if you are going to, say things freely on the internet, on your social media, things that may go against the mainstream narrative, well, just put your shit on private, you know? Even if you're not going to be sitting in a courtroom, but especially if you're going to be sitting in a courtroom, you know, put all of your stuff on private. I'm just waiting for the day they come tapping on my shoulder with 4 guards. They're gonna need 8 guards. They're gonna need double duty, baby. They're gonna need at least 8 of those motherfuckers to carry me out. They're gonna be like, "Are you DarthNews?" I'm gonna be like, "What? No, that's not. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, you're DarthNews. You made death threats against Amber. You said burn the barn witch. You want to burn her at the stake. I heard you say it. So where are you gonna do it, huh? Where were you planning to do it? In the middle of the woods with some fucking creepy witch cult, huh? Where were you gonna burn the witch, huh? Huh? Be like, no, you're DarthNews. We know you're DarthNews. We saw you wearing the hat yesterday, which is why I stopped wearing the hat. I don't want them to look me up and then they'll kick me out for sure. Anyway, so let's keep reading here. Oh, I forgot all about this. Oh my god, I forgot about this. So Amber Heard's lawyers accused Johnny Depp of sexually assaulting their client by penetrating her with a liquor bottle in court this week. A claim that Depp's team strongly denies. Yeah, no shit. I'm pretty sure Depp has some dark desires. You know, he's kind of a dark dude. But raping somebody with a glass liquor bottle is not one of those fucking things. On no planet, in no universe, in no dimension, any version of Johnny Depp, none of them is going to do this. This is not something he would ever fucking do. I'm sure he's into some kinky shit. That is not one of them. I'm not even gonna humor that. That's just ridiculous. The fucking nerve that Amber Heard has to make a claim like that. Like, god damn. Holy shit. She will burn in hell. They go on to say, a source told the Post that the presiding Judge Penny Ascarate has grown frustrated with scores of Depp fans who have apparently been disrespectful and sticking their gum under the courtroom benches. Yeah, no, that is disgusting. Don't fucking do that. I don't like that. That's gross. That's like so gross. There's nothing more gross than like when you like accidentally like just put your hand somewhere and it's just gum. It's just, no, don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. You wouldn't do that at your own home. Don't disrespect the courtroom, especially a courtroom that Johnny Depp's in. Like, come on. Have some fucking etiquette here. Anyway, they say, so Judge Penny did say it was the Depp fans, and it is the Depp fans who are being disrespectful because there's no Amber Heard fans. It's only Johnny Depp fans. The whole fucking nobody's there for Amber. Like I've talked to almost everybody in the courtroom, outside of the courtroom, or in the cafeteria, or outside in line, and they're all Team Johnny. Nobody in there is for Amber. So. It kind of just goes to show you nobody cares. But yeah, guys, if you are there, please make sure you clean up after yourselves. Don't leave a mess. Orsini allegedly wrote a tweet addressed to Miss Heard saying, "My legs are strong enough to break your face. Threaten Johnny Depp again, and you'll see what I mean." Ooh, so scary. Why, God, this really? Okay, the first one. Maybe, a little cross the line just a little bit there. Even I wouldn't, say I can't wait for the day I kill Amber Heard because I'm not an idiot. I know what would happen, but I also don't really want to kill this person, and I'm pretty sure Brooke here doesn't want to kill Amber Heard either. It's just she's just expressing her frustration. But saying my legs are strong enough to break your face, threaten Johnny Depp again, and you'll see what I mean. Like that's funny, man. That's like not even like. I can't believe it. That's what you're triggered about. That's what got you barred from the courtroom. Oh my god. That. They say the sheriff's office will not comment on any threat/person removal that might compromise security and any related investigation, it added. Walsh did not respond to multiple requests for comments, and Depp and Heard's team declined to comment. Orsini denied being a Depp fan. First of all, we aren't all fans. We are abuse survivors who are supporting another survivor. And that's a very key thing to point out. Because, you know, there's a lot of people that are there that aren't necessarily, you know, huge Johnny Depp fans. You know, they've seen his movies, they like Jack Sparrow, whatever. They're, you know, they're normies. But they are people who are survivors of domestic violence. And they're there to show support for somebody who was manipulated and abused. And who, quite frankly, manipulated and abused the media and her power as a woman in the middle of the Me Too era. So let's read this back. Let's go back here. So first of all, we aren't fans. We are abuse survivors who are supporting another survivor, she said, referring to the allegations that Heard also physically abused Depp. But this is a private matter that we are still getting sorted with the sheriffs. But this kind of thing does not belong in newspapers. This isn't entertainment. This is domestic violence trial where a man was almost killed, and we are private citizens. Exactly. That is key. They are private citizens. They're private citizens in a courtroom during a celebrity trial to bear witness with our own eyes the judicial system working, hopefully, in our favor. It's a privilege, but we are private citizens, and we have rights as private citizens to not be doxxed. You know, like she said, this isn't something that belongs in the newspapers. Yet here it is in the newspaper. It's like they just couldn't help themselves. Another tweet that they just had to highlight was this. My favorite interaction was one of the times Johnny turned to look at Amber's lawyers like, is this shit serious? And Ben gently put his hand on his shoulder and turned his back like, no, child. Why is that so bad? After the trial? It wasn't actually, no, this was during the trial. I lied, actually. Okay, so maybe, you're not, okay, that's a no-no. Come on, Izzy. Come on, man. You can't tweet during the trial. That's like the rule, man. Okay, follow the rules or put your shit all on private. You know, that's what I got to say about this. Besides that, people need to lighten the fuck up. You know, if this is something that someone's saying frequently to a lot of people, if someone's saying, I can't wait till the day I kill Brad Pitt, I can't wait till the day I kill George Clooney, I can't wait till the day I kill Ariana Grande or Justin Bieber or whatever, then maybe put them on a watch list. Okay, maybe then you should start paying attention. But I mean, people need to chill. Anyways, guys, like I said earlier, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know shit. I'm just a dude who went to college. Okay, but I don't know shit about law. So I'm just giving you everything that I see from my perspective without really knowing shit. So don't take anything I say to heart. Just a little disclaimer, because I could be completely wrong. I'm a man that lives off instincts, with my gut, and my gut tells me that Amber's guilty. All right, and I think that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you. I appreciate the view, and as always, don't forget to pull out. That is POOL. And consider like, sharing, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Until next time, don't forget to pull out. That's Stay Darth. Oh yes, Wake and Bake live stream with Ord's Board or Ord's World. I'll talk about it later. Hey, if you're new here, that's cool. Anyway, really quick, guys. I know a lot of you are expecting that I'd produce more videos for you. I just want to say I'm doing the best I can. Okay, like I get up at 5:30 every morning. I'm at the courthouse by 6:15. I wait in line till 7. I get my pass. Then I go hang out in my car for like an hour, and then I go into the courtroom and I wait. And when I'm there, I have to be there like all day, and my phone has to be off, and I'm there till 5, 6. And then I come home and I gotta, go through all my notes and record the video and then edit the video, and then the video's out really late. and it's a lot. So just be patient with me. My content isn't, conventional. So just have a little bit of patience with me. Also, to the few of you who are like, oh my god, like Darth, like there's like so many more important things like to talk about other than like Amber Heard, like like Ukraine, like gas prices, like the New York subway bomber. Yeah, I know there's lots of important news I should be talking about, and I plan on doing that as soon as, well, over the weekend, because the courts not in session until Monday, so we got a long weekend, and I'll do that this weekend.
As a kid I wanted to be a YouTube star, but growing up my daddy said I'd never make it far. He said, kid, you're kinda slow and you're kinda dumb. I said, yeah dad, I know, I just wanna have fun.
And gloom while the sound of my mic dropping on him goes boom. Sexual assault charges just for showing up my moon.